Hey guys, Gaming the Maximus here, bringing you some exclusive PvE content from 9.22. As you can see, crazy new champions, all new shit. Like 95% of this shit is new, completely new. And I will have a bigger and longer video talking about every single new thing. But I wanted to give you guys a little taste, a little sample of what's to come here. So of course, as you can see, you know, where the channel started, where I came from is Ivern. So we are aiming to build a comp around Ivern here. And as you can see on the left there, it is called Woodland and Druid. Those are the class and origin there. And Woodland lets you spawn another guy, as you're seeing here. Maokai just slithers out of Maokai there. And, you know, I really like that. It's really cool. And Druid just lets them regen 40 health per second, which is pretty crazy. But I will get into all the specifics later. I just want to talk about the gameplay here and how cool it is. So, I played a few of these games. You know, I jumped into this not really knowing what I was doing. But, you know, I got some thoughts down. You know, I looked up some stuff. And my plan here is to try and make Ivern, Maokai, and Nico just tanky as shit, since they're already regenning health and they make a copy of themselves. Why not make them tankier? The best way to do that is through Warden and Mystic. So Warden and Mystic are kind of the new guardians of this TFT. Mystics will give more magic resist and Wardens will give more armor. And the two Wardens that work best with our team here are the Ocean Wardens. They are Thresh and Nautilus. So they will be coming in a little bit later. Basically, Ocean is 2, 4, 6 kind of TFT thing, and once you get 2, you will be able to regen, or you get 20 mana every 4 seconds. So obviously mana a big deal in this game, helps you use those abilities, and yeah, we're gonna slap some Nautilus and Thresh in there eventually. You'll see here that I'm building up a little bit of a mage pool here. So mages, once you get 3 of them, have a 50% chance to do their spell twice. If you get 6, they end up doing it twice 100% of the time. It's kind of like the old sorcerers, but you know, it's a little different. So we're looking to pick up that Thresh or Nautilus there. I end up picking up the Thresh instead of the Nautilus, as I don't really want that crit glove. It's not really my thing, and we end up dragging it back there. And so we want more mana on our guys, obviously, because Ivern's going to be shielding a lot more, and Nico's going to be doing that AoE spell a lot more. And obviously, more mana's just better. Now, you might be wondering, what are those little brown circle swirls there? What the hell is that? They are new elemental hexes. So the one we have here is a plus 30 health at the start of every round. So that is the Mountain Drake. The next one is the Inferno Drake, or Fire Drake, whatever you want to say it. That one makes you attack faster. Then there is the Air Drake, which lets you have a higher dodge percentage. And then lastly, you have the Water Drake, which if you put a character on there, they will start the game with 30 more mana. So obviously they have their benefits, but they do take up an item slot, so you can't have, you know, your gloves and then throw them on these spots. You gotta sacrifice an item slot for them. So quickly, while we're doing golems here, I want to talk a little bit about my favorite units here. As you can see, I've got Ivern here. She's not really participating in any kind of origin or class of bonus, but I think she is one of the best characters right now. Her plants spawn, they actually don't have health bars. They just kind of spawn, do their damage, and then once the duration runs out, they just go away, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, her and Malzahar. Malzahar's little voidlings you can kill, but they do a shitload of damage. Now you're gonna see here, I'm hovering over these mages. I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Because I could keep the mages. If you don't know, Vlad and Syndra both are ocean mages as well. So we would get that ocean buff from them. But I ended up deciding, you know what? I want to go tank. I want to do this how I thought and go Mystics, Wardens, and Woodland and see how it goes, because you know what? I love Ivern. I want to see if he's able to carry here, and obviously we just beat the shit out of that guy, so you know, fucking full send right now. I do end up selling the Syndra's off, and we end up meeting a little bit of a mirror match here. As you can see, this guy's got some woodland stuff going on, but he ended up going the mage route, and I obviously didn't. And as you're gonna see here, we end up getting our ass kicked. You know, it's a rough time, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it be like that. So we end up losing to this, but I know once I get my mystics in play, magic damage is not going to be a problem. So, something else to note that I just totally forgot to say. For some reason in PvE right now, the health and mana bars of champions sometimes bug out and they go back to their level 1 state. They don't actually have that much health or mana. It's just a bug. So unfortunately we don't get to see how much damage these guys are really doing. But we get to see all these new cool gameplay interactions and such. So tit for tat, you know what I mean? We get to do one thing, but we don't get another. So you will see them at full health, and all of a sudden they're just dead. It's not a bug. It's not like they got one shot. It is they're all doing the right amount of damage. You're just not seeing it for some reason. It's bugging PvP. So unfortunate, but you know we get to see some of it, not all of it. And again, I will have a longer video on all of these later and what I think is gonna be great, what's bad, what's good, and specifically one comp I think that will probably dominate the meta. I have yet to try it, but on paper it seems nuts. It seems like it's always gonna work here. So as you can see, we're trying to tank our boys up, and I luckily am able to grab a Giant's Belt here, and I'm going to be able to throw it on one of my tanky boys. Now again, we can't really see their health, but as you can see, I threw it on Ivern, hoping that his ranged autos would cone enough to do some sick damage. Again, we can't see that sick damage, unfortunately, but, you know, as you can see, it's splashing all over those two LeBlancs and a Kiana. And, we end up running into the guy we fought earlier, who is the Woodland Mage, and we end up smacking him this time. Straight up beating him up with 4 units left, so we know now that I've got my Wardens, my Oceans, and a few Mystics in game, or on the field. It's gonna go pretty fucking well. We got the magic resist and everything, and I'm just looking to tank my boys up. I just want them to be as tanky as possible, so they can DPS for as long as possible, give out a shitload of shields, heals, interrupts, all that good shit. So I end up grabbing a Kindred with Negatron Cloak here. I'm really looking to, you know, negate the magic damage that might be done by these like caster comps, these mage comps. So that way my boys can stay real strong and healthy. And obviously we hit 3-star Maokai there. He's going to be a brutal tank for anyone to deal with. And as you can see, I end up throwing a Dragon's Claw, that big magic resist item, onto my Ivern there. My little boy. Love that character. And we're just going to take out some Raptors here. Now you're going to see me picking up Yi, reading that ability. I want to get 4 Mystics in again. We've got a lot of armor already with GA, Thornmail, and all that. So I want to get more magic resist based stuff in, as well as Wardens give more armor than Mystics do magic resist. So when you get 4 Mystics, you get 150 MR, whereas with Wardens you get 100 armor just, you know, for 2. So I'm definitely looking to get in the Mystics, as well as Mystics are just really good. As you can see, Janna there just spreading everything out. And this is where something interesting happens. I don't know if you'll be able to spot it, but just keep watching. I'll give you a hint in just a second. Just keep watching. Could be anything, really. Oh, you might notice that there's about 4 Zeds on screen there. You know, one dies there, but he comes back, and then, oh, a 5th one. Oh, and then a 6th one. Yes, that's right. There's 6 Zeds on screen. Obviously, only 1 Zed, but then 5 shadows. So that's where things start to get kind of interesting. And this nice guy here, you know, he's pointing out there's a bug, and I go, oh shit, that would make sense. You know, there were 6 shadows on my screen. That was crazy. And I ask him, you know, what's the bug? And in classic League of Legends community response, this guy gives me a nice classic League response, you know. Real, you know, you see it every day. And there it is. Obviously, I know he's just tilted because he thinks it's a bug and blah, blah, blah. To make a long story short, because of what I said earlier, how mages can do a double cast of abilities, someone made their Zed a mage. So he was making 2 shadows, and this guy thought it was a bug, so he was kind of pissed about it. I mean, again, look at that. It is kind of wonky. I understand thinking that's a bug, but didn't gotta be so rude. You know, you don't gotta be so rude about it. Come on, man. Anyways, from here out, you know, as you can see, we can't really compete with that Zed. It's just too strong. So I do hope they nerf it. I do end up reading the Zed's ability here, so I hope that that, you know, helps you guys out. Basically, what it says is Zed makes a shadow clone. Pretty standard stuff. But then where it gets a little fucky is, it goes, he makes a shadow clone, but it keeps all his items, and it can make a clone as well. Now, we've been playing Woodland the entire time. And whenever we make a clone, it doesn't get any items. It doesn't make another clone of itself. So why should Zeds? Anyways, I hope they patch it. I hope they, you know, realize that it's a little broken and fix it. But yeah, more TFT stuff to come. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, those 7 Zeds, hopefully they'll nerf it. Maybe they'll just make him not duplicate the items or something. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. More TFT to come.